Welcome to Community Podium. Today we're going to be exploring yet another important issue around information integrity, and we're going to be sitting down with Councillor for Ward 25, Councillor Aleck Ndlovu, who is going to be sharing more about the responsibility that communities have when accessing and sharing information. So as we're starting, could you kindly just tell our viewers who you are?
All right, thank you very much. My name is Councillor Aleck Ndlovu of Ward 25 and also audit chairperson in the city of Bulawayo.
Okay.
Yes. Coming to your question, I would like to say we are living in a digital world where people have so many sources of information. People have access to information. We have the social media. We have official, platforms that are created by council. People are able also to research on the internet to get information regards any issue that may be topical at any given time. So we are living in a time where people can also just create information out of nowhere. And some people who may be gullible may then, fall prey to this kind of information without authenticating, without ensuring that it is correct information. Yes.
And do you think that our residents, the community members, have the skill necessary to be able to identify false information and differentiate it from what is true?
Yeah, I would think that to a large extent, in fact, it's a mixed bag. There are some who can and there are some who cannot, but it all boils down to a person's level of understanding, because some people can fall prey to misinformation and take it for truth and believe it. But there are some who are able to, verify the information and make sure that it is from the correct sources. Yes.
And at community level, how are you interacting with community members? How are they accessing information, be it coming from council or any other issues that are affecting them at a local level?
All right, I need to take you to my role first as a council. We have a representative role as councillors, whereby we become the bridge between the residents and the council as an institution. Being the bridge, meaning to say we take the residents' input and also take what the council resolutions, come up with, and we take this information in that bi-directional course so that the residents are kept up to date about what council is doing, what council intends to do, and also the residents also give information to the councillor to ensure what their aspirations are. Yes. So there is this interaction which then gives us, I think, a very good rapport, as it were. Yes.
Okay. And how then does that translate, how then does it translate to what happens on the ground in terms of when maybe they're having the face-to-face interactions, be it meetings? Are those some of the things that happen often, and how frequent do they happen?
Yeah, well, as the city council representatives, we are mandated to hold meetings at the end of each month. All going well, we hold meetings to ensure that the council's programming, the council's developmental thrust is explained to the residents. The residents themselves, whatever aspirations they have, they are given information in those platforms. So they understand that what they see transpiring on the ground is an outcome of what the city budget can afford at any given time. Yes.
Okay. And what would you say, especially looking at other groups of the community, like the persons with disabilities? Many times they've said that there is a bit of exclusion in terms of accessibility of the kind of materials that they can actually use. So what opportunity lies there in terms of maybe collaborations with specific organizations that deal with them? Are there any opportunities to that regard?
Yes, in fact, the good thing is that we have noted that this is a group of people that must not be excluded in terms of participation in our developmental programs, or even meetings, or even consultation meetings or engagements at any level. We have made sure that in all what we call community working groups, there is a portfolio which is, allocated to persons living with disability, so that they then are able to articulate issues, to speak to issues which are critical to them. Be it issues like maybe access to buildings, access to, houses of convenience, be it anything that relates to their ability to participate without any obstacles and hindrances. So their issues are articulated in such a way that it is them who actually, input into whatever we want to do. We make sure that the people who have these disabilities are included in committees that are found across all levels of leadership in the world. Yes.
Okay. And as so far as council infrastructures, that are found within our communities, be it schools or clinics, how best do you think stakeholders, it could be organizations who are interested in information dissemination, what is the appropriate way or channel that they could actually reach out and say, we have this information that we want to share, and we are thinking of collaborating? How best can they go about that?
Well, their first port of call is to reach out to me as their council, being the representative. But occasionally, prior to my, what I call my monthly ward meeting, I usually engage them in what is called a multi-stakeholder meeting, where I have people from different interest groups, be it residents associations, including people with disabilities, the educationists, the business persons, the residents associations, and also the transporters. All stakeholders we engage, and they also input into how we should make sure that we go forward together as a community, taking special interest in whatever each group submits regards their own interests. Yes.
Okay. And probably as we wrapping up the conversation, looking at the gap that remains, especially particularly amongst the people who are not yet capacitated enough to deal with misinformation, what kind of skills could they do, or rather do you believe that they need to have access to, that anyone who is watching or any stakeholder who is watching could actually take up to fill that gap?
All right, to begin with, as Ward 25, we have two platforms. We have a city council created WhatsApp platform, and that exists in all the 29 wards in Bulawayo. In addition to that, we have a second group, which I created myself, which is a social platform where matters of general interest are discussed. But the group that was created by council is specially for council notices and council messages. And this other group, it's an all-inclusive group which includes everyone. This is at ward level. However, my ward is also subdivided into 14 squares. These 14 squares are literally, areas of jurisdiction for ease of management and administration which are led by community leaders. We have also ensured that when information is posted on the ward group, they also take it from the bigger group and put it into the smaller sections to ensure that everyone has access or outreach to information. And in there, we make sure that all the multifaceted community members we have there have access to information. Yeah, so this is how we are structured.
Oh, okay, that's
Yes.
interesting. Thank you so much for that, Councillor.
Yes.
You have already mentioned that there are platforms that are accessible to communities.
Yes.
But sometimes, I guess, people can't help themselves. They are still misinformed and they still continue to misinform others. So what last word would you leave with people in terms of how they can be responsible with how they access and share information as well?
All right. My last word would be that we need to, together as a collective, educate the community to make sure that whatever they see in these platforms or anywhere else, they get to the bottom of it to ensure that the information is correct. In other words, people must demand or ensure that information that they take up for gospel truth must be coming from authentic or official sources. There is need to verify, there is need to authenticate information from the actual sources instead of just spreading what could in the end become speculation. Yes, we also urge even you, the scribes, to make sure that whatever you put out in the media, it must be information that you have verified from the sources themselves who would have, generated those stories. Yes.
Thank you so much for joining us today.
Much appreciated. Thank you very much. You're always welcome. Anytime.
Yes, thank you so much.
All right. Cheers.
Thank you for joining us on our episode today, and I hope you remember that access to accurate information is a lifeline, and it is our responsibility to contribute towards a healthier information ecosystem. Until next time, thank you.